Which one? Which one's the new ruler? Oh, I'm down to. I think I'm down to 45 of them, so I'm getting low. What's the price at? Has it finally hit 35 yet, or is it still? That was the. Yeah, core TCG. Them having like a giant inventory has prevented the buyouts. So, all right, we're live. It looks like, unless I'm doing this wrong. We have 0 viewers. Your choice. Do you want it set up here? Okay, there you go. Ouch. I mean, they opened a ton hoping for that payday, and then it didn't happen. Is he? Oh, yeah. I just sold four for 100. Oops. Yeah. I just. You know what? I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm all right with it. Which one? I mean, let them buy them out. I have boxes galore of some of those sets, so I'm fine with it. Let's see, we got 0 viewers. We're very popular. Legend showed up for 5 seconds. Legends was like, "Hey, what's up? All right, I'm out." Welcome back, Legends. You feeling better? Oh, I'm a viewer. Okay, cool. Apparently, we have a viewer, but my system says I have 0 viewers. Oop. Oh, I apologize. I don't know. But what's up, everyone? I am I've never hosted before as the person in charge of the computer. So if there's anything I'm supposed to do, just tell me in chat because I have no clue how this stuff works. I'm old. What's up? I'm Robbie, Team PPG representing for, and yeah, that's it with the 22 10Ks because that's how we do it. Oh, that might be from me, my input. You said I can't hear Eddie. Hold on. So 1 second. Let me change the audio input camera. Can you hear anybody else? Nick, can you try talking? Just like tell us a story real quick. Okay. What character did he just reference if you heard it? Let's just test it. And it says turn up Eddie. I mean, that might be a me thing. There.
We can hear everyone. They're just so quiet. Yeah. They said they can hear. They said it's just quiet. So I guess you have to put the volume up.
Alright, let me just change that. Sorry, guys. Alright, audio input, audio output.
This man sent me a whole 20-minute deck profile. I posted it this morning. Like, okay, I'm gonna make my fans proud. The first 5 comments, no sound, no audio, dislike. I'm like, whoa, hold on now. Smoke screen. I put Fig's deck profile up.
Did that fix it?
That man sabotaged me. All right, you guys good? You guys could hear now?
The only thing you have to do is not put Marquis. What?
X.
Alright, sound good now. Alright, cool. Alright.
I'm there. All right. Andrew, go ahead and introduce yourself, broski. Who's in here? Oh, Legends is in here.
I'm Andrew. I just kind of hang out here. Yeah. What's up, guys?
All right. Go ahead, Legends.
I'm Legends and same.
Thanks, Legends. Thanks for backing me up.
Men of many words.
Men of many decks.
Go
ahead, Nick.
Anybody who don't know me, Nick Larson, one of the player initiatives on FOE. Not sure what we're going to be talking about today, but it's going to be interesting.
Marquis McKinney.
See, he called me last. I'm the black sheep of the family. Zeno Black Market. What's up, everybody?
You never heard that saying, say the best for last, man?
Nah, but that doesn't apply here. He's definitely not the best.
See, I was trying to make that man feel better, bro. But yeah, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight. So the first half of this, not the first half, but the first part of this session, we're going to be going over Robert Ariti's first place tricolor launch deck, because the original deck profile he sent me had no audio apparently. So we're gonna do this now, and then after that we'll answer your questions, and it'll pretty much be a quick, I want to say no more than 45 minutes long for tonight, guys. Trying to keep these short, but yeah, let's get into it.
This is it. So like I said, this is launch. The whole reason that this is a good deck is every time you combo, you don't lose a card because you're going to draw one, and then every time you flip, you generate your card advantage. So she's very similar to Pan, but she's a little bit better because you can defend your battle cards. The big things to point out in this list here that everyone likes to point out is if you're going to run my list, I run a large amount of 10Ks. That means you have to plan every hand and every interaction you're going to have to know what you're going to combo with ahead of time, and then have that in the back of your mind so you can watch your opponent and still interact with them, as opposed to just, trying to be like, oh, now we do this, now we do that, so that way you're not losing the time. A few things that make my launch deck better is, as you guys saw, it's tricolor. But that's kind of a lie. We're not really tricolor. We're really just a red-blue deck on defense, and we're a red deck with a little bit of green on offense. That's pretty much it. It's just that, so on your turn, you're using green, and on their turn, you're using your red-blue. And as long as you have that kind of mindset, go ahead.
I like the way you explained that. That was the perfect explanation, in my opinion. The way you just said it was pretty much blue for defense and green for offense. But go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. You never want to be, if you're using green on your opponent's turn, you probably messed up, or you're playing against like Reboot Gohan. You generally don't want to. Any of the cards that are green are meant to be casted on arrival on your opponent's turn. And we'll talk about them right now. So the best card in the deck is Hasty Dispatch. I don't know if it went up in price finally, but this card I've always thought should be like a $10, $20 card since it's never been reprint. This means that on turn 1, even if you charge a red-blue land, you can combo with one of your launches, Awaken, and then combo again with a Hasty Dispatch, and then you'll be able to summon a character for free on your turn 2. That means you'll have the ability to play Piccolo Jr. right away on turn 2. and you get to just have that ability to start off drawing 2 cards and doing a damage to your opponent. That may not sound amazing, but it's a lot better because once you do that, your opponent has to have a removal spell, and if they don't, they have to try to combo out of it. And like we talked about already, you combo for free. The whole purpose of this deck is to draw 4 beans. That is actually all you're trying to do. Everyone thinks this is a really complicated deck. It's not. Once you have all 4 beans in your hand, that is your turn that you're going to kill them. That's all you're trying to do. Just old school strategy from the days when we had flute. And so that way you're going to have a ton of energy on that turn, and you're just going to keep devoting resources, and they won't be able to stop you. It doesn't always work like that, as you can imagine. You'll notice that there's a lot of free interactions. So, for example, when you activate the super combo, if it's your second card that you've activated, so you've already flipped, you'll still draw a card, and then you can arrival cards like Hercule and Boo, who will also be free. So you're not losing any cards while maintaining card advantage. And that's the big part of why it did well. It does very well against the normal versions of Mecha Frieza. If they play the Lord Slug variant, it's harder. But when it's on your turn, you really want to focus on arriving in Gogeta or Champa to be able to give whatever card's attacking more pressure and double strike. And that's pretty much it.
Interesting. Any changes you think you'd make to the main? Like, how did the Mechabura work out for you in the main deck?
So Mechabura, I wish I owned a 4th. I only owned 3. I was dumb. Only bought 3. I think actually from Rishi when he had them cheap. The card's amazing, especially in this leader, because you can filter out cards early game. Like on turn 1, you may not defend from an attack, and you may not flip if you're trying to make sure you're flipping in the proper sequence to be on Awakened on your opponent's turn. And then ending the turn awakened so that way you can be unawakened on your turn. So you might just combo a Mechabura just to filter. And it's really good. It's really good against Mecha Frieza, Red Brawly, Dark Brawly, and Vegex was even decent. So it just slows stuff down. I believe it even works on Hachiak. I wasn't sure. I didn't name it because I wasn't sure how the interaction works, whether or not they can still activate the negate skill. If anybody knows, let me know. But
yeah, you can. It just goes to the drop.
yeah, okay, that was my thinking, so I didn't bother. So good, I was right. So the big change is actually here. This is no longer public. That's the issue. So, oops. So the list became non-public. Sorry about that if you were looking for it. But if you look at my decks, I have the updated version of what we run now for to change it. And it's just very simple. We go up to 4 Dispo. We cut Infernal Cell, because like I said, we don't need that green, except for 1 copy. And we go up. Go ahead.
You went from 4 to 1 quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, I did. Well, just nobody else seems very aggressive. I had 4 when I thought we were in an aggro format, and it feels like we're in mid-range. So I don't really want the card. If you're going to be aggressive against me, I want to combo against like your critical guys, and the idea was that I could just outvalue you over time. But Champa and Beerus I want as a 4, and that was kind of where I decided I needed some 5Ks to be able to play this more often. If I think it was on stream, I'm not sure, but I was playing against somebody who had Supreme Kai, and they attacked with their Supreme Kai before blowing up my like 7-card board, and I was tapped out. And he just went in for that 1 damage. So I Divine Beerus, I double beamed, and I arrivaled 2 coolers, negged his board, negging obviously Supreme Kai, and then with the last energy open, I arrived Champa and blew it up. So that felt cool to kill an SER with, 4 cards. Not amazing, to say the least, but at least you can do it. And that's the changes. And also, Intensifying Trunks finally is no longer in my deck. It's Saiyan Kaba now. That feels bad to say.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. That's a shock. So when did the Unisons come in?
The Unison is for Reboot Gohan. If it's best of 3, I respect it. Against Mecha Frieza, if they're playing a Unison that's not Vegeta, you want to bring it in. The one that draws a card continuously. It's worth it to bring in for that matchup. And Dark Brawly, you can bring it in. if you think that the player has a very unique build, because it's pretty good to have the ability to block a life whenever you want it. Um, and I'd run more Violent Rays, but I sold them to Legends when they were $25. So I only have two. So, and I did not want to spend $50 on them. But I would have more of those in my sideboard. If you guys saw the finals when I was playing against Dark Brawly, I had 8 cards left in my deck, and I had to keep drawing, even though I was like getting dangerously low to milling myself out, just to draw that Violent Ray. Otherwise, he would have won. And then finally, the 8th card left. It was a Violent Ray, and I turned off his turn 4 and then killed him with the good old Fu the Dark Banisher, who I love, and still don't own foils of because I'm cheap.
Yeah, because the commons it'll work too, brother. So we see the mine, obviously mine's for the blue. Violent Rays obviously counters the meta. The food, like you said, is for Dark Broly. But talk about these Gokus real quick, man. Where are these Gokus coming?
So that's a blank space. I don't have a clue what to put here. The original idea was that we run this because we do neg your opponent's battle cards. This wasn't my idea. This is I think his name's Kriegmeyer, if I'm saying it right. If I'm not, well, I screwed it up. But he was running it, and it was a cool way to create more aggression. So you would Cooler, then drop him out, or Hercule, then drop him out. And sometimes it's a cool interaction. If I had access to blue, more of it, like as a 5K, I could honestly see arriving Hercule Boo on your turn, getting to play this for free, and then at the end of turn getting to bounce this card. So it'd be just like a free attack. It wouldn't be terrible. But when you're tricolor, you're kind of running out of space. Apparently, it's kind of hard. So.
Oh, yeah. Pretty impressive. Any last comments you want to give
Um,
about the deck?
Just you really got to plan your next turn. Marquis can attest to it. I screwed up I think it was turn 2 against him and comboed pretty poorly, and I think he killed me. And he said 5 minutes. I believe it. I was dead. And if you make a mistake with this deck, you catch the hands very quickly.
Yeah.
So, and if you can't charge a red blue, you really have to think more defensively. You have to plan to go later turns to win, and you don't have a lot of red blue. Like you're mulliganing just for red blue and just for Awakens. You don't care what any other card you draw is.
Hold on, is it me or you don't run super combos in here, do you?
Divine Bears.
Oh no, Beers.
Yeah.
I'm blind.
So I wanted to run. I will say, when I ran Intensifying Trunks, I tried very hard to play red-green. I like the concept of red-green. I don't like Nappa. I think Nappa's a terrible super combo, and I think it. I don't like it. It's not my play style. I wanted to run Bulma, but I had a weird problem with Bulma. Was that this deck frequently had 7 life, and my opponent would have 2. So when I would go for that killing blow, I couldn't activate my super combo.
Gotcha.
So this became just a better card, and that's really it. This interaction right here that's really all we want. Like it's weird to be running blue. It's kind of like Ryuku when I had my regional win list. Blue is just there to have access to Bean. This is the same idea, but with Mecha Frieza being able to tap your energy, Bean isn't enough. You have to be able to defend after they tap your energy, and Beerus does that for you, as Legends demonstrated so easily at the 1K.
Impressive. Anybody else want to chime in for this, or we're gonna move on?
Why'd you decide to switch to Kabas over Trunks?
Kaba, because critical doesn't matter anymore. One card, if you're looking at it and you say something like, "Oh, I have 10 cards in my hand and you have 8," that used to really matter. Like there used to be times when we used to be like, "Oh, it's this one more card really matters." But because of the amount of resources that this deck can abuse, especially, cards don't matter that much. Like one of my rounds was against the French guy. I can't remember his name. He was a good player, but he kept asking me how many cards are in my hand, and I was like, if you want to keep track of it, like he was just verifying it all the time. When I played this in real life, like on the webcam, And I was like, man, if you just want to put a dice down, or I can put a dice down to keep it track for you. He's like, well, your hand keeps changing size so much. And I was like, well, yeah, that's the format now. Like, 9 cards can kill you, 3 cards can kill you. Like, you just got to focus on how many resources you have. Once you get past 4 life, I will say, 4 to 5 life is the magic number for launch. And so with Saiyan Kaba, you can kind of late game. It's still a very valuable resource to try to like go in for that final kill. But then unisons are kind of a problem for this deck, and so we just switched to that because if you play any blue unison during my turn when I want to kill your stuff, you can just pop my arrival back to my hand for free. And if I only had 1 Divine Beerus, I'm screwed.
Yeah,
Could you
makes
not
sense.
play the same arrival? That's fair enough. Yeah, you just out of energy.
Well, yeah.
makes
It's
sense.
just I have to have the bean as well. So now we're getting to the more of these like. Obviously, if I
Gotcha.
have a god hand, I don't have to worry
Yeah,
about it.
especially
But if I
if
only
Beerus
have
is on defense.
if I have
Yeah.
if I have 1 Divine Beerus and they have 1 Trunks, I'm out. My super combo, and I'm not stopping whatever I'm afraid of. And they didn't spend any resources besides a card from their hand.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and I agree with card gamers. Damage output right now is a lot more important than critical, which I never thought would be. Like, it's a whole new game. Like, in the days of Flute, I actually ran Trunks over Kaba. I mean, we ran both, but if I had the choice between playing Trunks first, I'd be much more excited about playing Trunks because the early game critical was so relevant with the Flute deck.
Hence why we swing with 30Ks and say no combos. Yeah, I agree.
Ah, the good old days.
Yeah. All right. Very impressive. Let's see if we have any questions from the comments. All right, guys. What do you guys want us to answer? You have, I think, 7 of us. This is like some free chicken for you guys, man. So let's get into these comments right now. There's no questions. There's no questions. You have all these players and you have no questions for any of us. That's absurd, guys.
He
Go on.
said free
You
chicken.
guys get free thing. What deck
I'm
do
gonna
I
like
play? Black
piggyback off
Smoke
of
in?
what like you guys were saying. Damage output is kind of more prevalent in this format because you never know when, if you hit a critical off somebody, they could hit a drop area effect card, and if you hit that, then they can just easily benefit off you hitting crit instead of it going to their hand.
That makes sense.
What deck do I play Black Smoke in? The only relevant deck I'd honestly say you could play Black Smoke in would probably be, I say Hatchak, bro. That's it. Like, I don't see any other deck because all the new cards are just efficient. The Black Kai is just insane. At least in a Hatch, I don't really think you need the Black Kai because you stall naturally with your leader. So I could see you play Black Smoke in the Hatch, but other than that, I'm not going to lie to you guys and say you can play this deck with Smoke. Nah, that's it for that. So,
Oh, Smokey, how we miss thee.
Yo, facts. Smoke for those game one.
God, I won so many games
for
with
those
that
game
card.
one matches.
Third format.
is it here too?
God, I won
Yeah.
so many games with that card. Bro, I think I won games using every single effect on that card.
That's like one of those good stuff cards.
Whoa,
I literally have won a game
Yeah,
with that card using every single effect.
Black Smoke?
Yeah, like individual games where like X effect won the game. Like wipe your board, you had nothing left. Wipe your hand, you had nothing left.
Hey.
Mill you out. Good
Oh,
game.
how Surge format, we do miss you.
So good.
It's a broken SCR. The thing is, it just got outclassed. Like, it's that park shit with the Kai.
It
and
didn't get
stuff, man. It's
outclassed. That's the wrong word. It got outpaced.
No, it did.
It did get
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah.
Outclassed?
Yeah.
It did not get outclassed.
You're not
That card
gonna
will
wait
still
till
win the
turn
game.
5. Yeah,
It's
you're not
just
gonna wait till.
outpaced.
Yeah,
Supreme Kai is
we have-
definitely too good in comparison. Like,
100%.
Yeah, we have a bunch of SCRs that just like, well, I can literally play this on turn 3. Why would I want to wait until turn 5 to play Black Smoke?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you get a huge impact 2 turns sooner. Way better.
So we have Trunks blue green. I'd never seen or heard of blue green. I seen blue. I think our only Trunks player in here is probably Legends. Legends blue green Trunks.
I don't know how you're gonna make it work, but I'm always excited to see new stuff.
In other words,
He said,
that's a trap. He's being nice. I'm gonna tell you what he really meant to say is just don't do it. And if you did do it, just sign up for the side events. That's what he's
It's
trying to say.
definitely like if a deck is meant to be monocolor, don't try to complicate it. Like it's supposed to be good in just like a single color, not in a mono.
I guess
not like multicolor.
one
What?
advantage. It's the hardest ramping deck possible, right?
Very much.
Because if you hit the things off of the life, plus obviously blue green's natural ramp with like Android 16, you could potentially get to insane amounts of energy very quickly if your opponent's attacking you and you hit the right things off your life.
Yeah,
So
that would be true, except the
I don't think it'll work, but in theory,
the Goku Vegetas don't ramp if you have anything but mono blue energy.
never mind. I did not know that.
I have a question for
It
the
says blue
7
green
of
as a
you.
whole.
Why is SS4 Brawly the Great Destroyer at $350 last sold?
That's the
It's the
red,
red one?
SCR.
Yeah.
I think it's just collection.
I just listed 2
Yeah,
today
yeah,
just for the heck of
Collectors
it.
are buying it up.
Yeah, collectors. Honestly,
Put that
collectors have been going
PPG earlier,
crazy with
yeah.
this game right now because there's
Good for us, that's good.
like Apex from Volker. That card is literally just like I think it was like 1,000 the other day. So certainly sitting at 1,000. The SPR, the 8-drop Shenron SPR. I think it's Shenron, but there was some 8-drop Shenron SPR that was like $125. Yeah, Super Shenron, $125. So like that card has not seen play once. Like I have not seen the NA deck list at all since this game started. It says like that card got released, and it was $125 the other day. I'm like, collectors are going crazy.
It's good for us, man.
I think
That'll
they
help.
like caught on
Oh,
to
yeah,
like
definitely.
design cards, and like they're just seeing that a lot of these cards just that they're limited print sets that they're never going to reprint again.
The little bites. Yo, I can't lie. Those muffins be the truth though. My daughter loves those.
Yeah, like I don't think we'll get reprints
Hello,
of any
Intuitive.
SPR ever.
Yeah,
Someone
SPRs,
says,
SPRs and SCRs are such a good collector's item in this game. Honestly, like I personally collect SPRs and SCRs, as well as Gohan cards. But like honestly, the SPRs are gorgeous. The SCRs are gorgeous. So there are very good collector's cards. But trying to PSA those bad boys, I mean, ain't nobody trying to wait 6 to 8 months or almost a year, you know, without having to spend hundreds of dollars literally just to get them back in like 3 months.
So
Like,
on
I'm
that
good.
note, if you guys are collectors and you're listening, stop sending your Dragon Ball cards to PSA. Dragon Ball cards, if they're in good condition, they come back as an 8. 8 cards from Beckett, you get that nice little silver piece of label. You get 20% more on average when you compare it to a PSA. Like don't waste your money. It's the same cost. Like just send your stuff to Beckett. You have to submit 100 cards at a time for their economy. So maybe everyone's being cheap. But like they look a lot better as BGS. I think I got like 400 SCRs there right now, so I'll get them back in 2022.
2020.
Damn.
2022.
And on that
Sorry,
note, if anybody wants, we did get back our Apex of Power Gem Mint 10, if anyone wants one, from Beckett.
Oof. I know these people want. These people want us to answer the next question, which is what is blue green as a whole. So, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Looks
I'm not
great.
gonna let these guys talk about blue green because I'm assuming you guys are talking about the next set and oh my god, more cards just so. And this current upcoming invitationals is not going to be the next set. Both invitationals, I just came from PBG and we finalized some details. Both invitationals will take place before Battle Evolutions. The World's Webcam will take place after that. But both invitationals are before, so I'm not gonna distract you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this is the format we'll be playing in, the format you should be focused on, and yeah. So we'll answer that question closer to that event or once these events are over. Because like I said, I don't want to tell you my answer or these guys tell you their answer, and you're not focusing right. You're trying to make something happen, and now you're at the invitational, and you're just getting smoked, and you're like, man, I hate this game. I want to quit. Like, no, we want you to play, bro. So focus on this current format. And no Android 16 talks, none of that talks. We're just focused on right now. What are your thoughts on Soul Striker, AOD being played? I'm not gonna lie. My opinion, I really like Soul Striker AOD. I'll let these guys put their inputs on it, but I really like that deck. I thought it was really, really smart, especially with if you run the Demigra Unison. I really, really like it, but I don't like the new Soul Striker. I still love the OG Soul Striker, especially if it's the Meager leader, because I'm like, bro, they have to swing at your unison. They're going to lead the Meager at infinite. They swing at your unison that gives the OG Soul Striker way to awaken. So I'll let these guys hit up on it.
Did you just... No, OG Soul Striker is nowhere on the same level as the new one. Like, no matter what way you build it.
What are your thoughts on it?
A box of Union Force is $350. What the? I'm looking
I see zero advantage over playing the old one.
Yeah, I mean, with the new leader, at least you have control over your own awakening. I feel like if you're relying on a unison to awaken, to take life, I mean, honestly, like most of the time, even in blue, you don't want to go down to 4 because aggro is your worst. So, like, having the opportunity to awaken early, I feel like it's just so much more important than just trying to rely on getting the 4 life and then flipping your leader over. Whereas with Soul Striker, it's so easy to like awaken at 7, 6 life, because sometimes you want to take the couple cards just to see if you can get an extra card to charge, or maybe you need like a turn 1 or 2 play. But otherwise, I feel like the advantages of being able to obviously continue to play Unison to help you awaken early, and then having the right Unisons. Because like I said, the Meager Unison, I mean, I don't know. I don't see the advantage of playing that over a Unison in blue that allows you to draw. Because, I mean, blue survives, by defense. And if you can't draw defense, you're dead.
Yeah, I feel like blue's just... I feel like right now, focusing on just this current environment, I feel like you have to be red or black or green. Like, I don't... Like, I know that sounds terrible, but I just can't see blue doing that well unless you have, like, the guy who went... he almost got top 8. He played me in the last round. It was close. But he was playing some weird Vegito engine. Like, that was clever. Like, he was able to beat a lot of players of, like, catching them with cards they've never played before. But the rest of blue just seems bad in comparison to what red and green have access to. And, of course, black is just, it's really good.
I forgot about yellow.
What? Nah, it don't matter. It's just Mecha.
So,
yo, Mecha play all the good cards.
It's true.
So let's make sure we answer this guy's question, and specifically, not just blue, specifically Soul Striker, period. Like, it's in regards to AOD, yay or nay?
No.
In regards to AOD,
I mean, with AOD, I can see it. I mean, I can see it being good with AOD because, again, naturally, if you're playing the reboot Soul Striker with the Unison, then of course you're going to be drawing well. Is he referring to a specific Soul Striker leader, or?
He's just talking about the new Soul Striker.
Oh, okay, yeah. With the new leader, I think it's fine, honestly. Like, you have access to way too much energy, especially if you're awakening early. Like, you're awakening on turn 3. By turn 3, like, you're getting access to the 2 energy, and then your next turn, you literally have access to 6 energy. That allows you to do way too much. Like, way too much.
Bro, blue Soul Striker would be perfectly fine, if not insane, if whatchamacallit wasn't around. Red Broly.
Yeah, 100%.
That's like the only deck that like super keeps it in check. Like, it can definitely win against everything else. Like,
you guys, which one do you prefer? Soul Striker AOD or Soul Striker Power Rangers?
neither.
Yeah,
Neither.
Soul Striker mid-range blue.
Mid-range
like-
blue,
yeah,
playing
I like-
Booney win the game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which one do you think would give you more chances to win?
Soul Striker survive until
To
turn 3.
recommend a Soul Striker.
That's the Soul Striker that
honestly,
I'm playing.
I think AOD, honestly, because the AOD package it's a low ceiling aggro, so it's like some of the cards fall under Violent Rays. So like even if you are playing against the red matchup, I guess you don't have as much of a hurting to deal with. But I mean, the Power Rangers also give you defense, because I believe one of them has like a built-in negate and stuff like that. So I mean, I guess it's somewhat situational, but I feel like with AOD, like I said, you just have access to like the negates that become bodies, and then like you've got access, like I said, to low ceiling cards that are just cheap. So,
But you can only charge mono blue, right? So any of the other cards just, right? I mean,
no, you can charge other cards
You
that
charge
aren't
whatever.
mono blue.
You can charge
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
You just have to untap blue with the leader, mono blue energy.
okay. So to get the maximum value, you need at least 2 blue then on turn 3. Gotcha.
Right.
What are your thoughts? Okay, so let's see. Sing Shinron. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Sing Shinron. At first, I thought it was just straight trash. But the new stuff that's out, I honestly think. Go check out Dylan Warren's. His deck profile should be floating around somewhere. But he was onto something. I kind of respect Sing Shinron now. It's just really, really, I guess, unfortunate that just not a lot of players respect the deck anymore, so they're not going to play it. But I think Shinshiro has some potential in it still. Just people
No, I
stop
think
playing the
it's the
deck.
exact same thing as you just said about whatever Soul Striker. Like literally, Red Broly is just a matchup. Like a lot of decks are really good, but they're just unwinnable against crit and taking cards out of your hand. Just hey, who would have thought? But yeah, they just don't draw enough. He literally just doesn't draw enough. You have a 5-6 card hand, and he takes 3 of those and kill your card. You're just kind of done.
And I wonder how much
think
Red
Shinron
Brawly
checks
you
Red
have to
Broly,
worry
though.
about. Like, Red Brawly's prices do keep going down and down lately. Like, I think the TP promos are at 20 now. Someone can tell me if I'm right, unless it went back up. But, like, it feels like it's kind of becoming less of, like, the most popular deck. So maybe Soul Striker is the right, if you get lucky and you dodge all the Red Brawlies.
Honestly, that's what I'm waiting for. I'm honestly waiting for Red Brawly to die. As soon as Brawly dies, I'm busting back out my blue cards.
Yep.
100%.
Red Broly hasn't been.
March.
It did win. It won the last. Hold on, no. The Latin America. Let me tell you what it was. Latin America's event was yesterday. But the U.S. one, right? Oh yeah, Red Broly did win that one.
The thing about Red Broly is it punishes all the reactive decks.
Mhm.
So if your deck is reactive, you have no chance. If your deck is proactive, you will likely beat it if you're a smart player. So for example, like Dark Broly, it's not 100% favored, but the reason why you can win with Dark Broly is because if you have knowledge of the matchup, know what you're doing, you're enacting a proactive game plan that they have to respond to or they're going to die. The same thing with Launch, the same thing with Mecha, the same thing with all the other decks that are relevant. Ejects, etc. Like they are proactive decks. If you're sitting back, like you're playing Invoker, I'm sitting back, blah blah blah, you're dead. If you're playing Sin Shenron, I'm sitting back, you're dead. You can't be. You need to be doing something incredibly impactful in the first few turns of the game, or you have no chance against Red Broly. Doesn't matter the deck. That is the biggest problem. There's no deck that can just sit back against it. It's very difficult. That's why it pushes out so many slow archetypes.
That's why my boy Vegito and Soul Striker, they're hurting right now.
Yeah, they love to sit back.
Yep.
And you can't. You just can't.
Same way I feel about Baby.
I don't understand that. I feel like you should be able to sit back. It's only crit and taking cards out of your hand.
But it depends on the deck. So I guess if you're looking
Not
at
like the
so let's say if you're looking at it like that, right? So I guess it depends on the deck. So like if we're talking about a deck that sits back like Mecha Frieza, where you're literally you're seeing 4 cards off of 1 card, then yeah, like you're gonna survive because obviously you're getting free cards. So you're getting way too much value out of just 1 card. Whereas like Soul Striker, like you literally have no value your first few turns. Your first few turns are literally charge pass. Then you go to turn 2, charge. Oh, I have an 8. All right, draw 2. If you ain't got the 8 and you tap 2 out to draw, you're gonna die. Like you're tapped out, you're gonna die. Like that's the thing. Like every deck, even if you can like create some kind of advantage to draw or to even like get set up, the minute you tap out to Red Brawly, like you're dead. It doesn't matter if you're playing blue, you're dead.
All right, well, I apologize ahead of time. Apparently, there's a lot of Sin Shenron love, and apparently I'm on the wrong boat because I just don't like the deck. It's too linear for me. I think it's a cool deck for like casual format or like Friday Night Magic.
Yeah, this man's take casual.
Yeah, but for me, everything that's cool about like one of my opponents tried to game me. I don't remember what round it was, where I attacked when he only had 2 cards left in hand, and then he purposely took a life card of damage and went to 1 when I had Supreme card in play. And he tried to be like, oh, you're going all in, you got me. And I was just like, no, just 40k. And he's like, really? Just 40k? And I'm like, yeah, I know you run the combo that's going to kill my Supreme Kai. Like, I know you're not dead. You're just going to be out of cards in your hand. Like, you're not... There's no surprises here. Like, everyone... Like, when that first came out, that was awesome, you know?
Right.
And it was very cool that you could do it. No, like, I personally walked into it the first time it happened. And I was like, what are you doing? You just killed my Brawly 4-drop? Alright, well, I guess I'll summon another Brawly 4-drop. It was okay. But, like, I walked into it. After the Sin Shenron's been out longer, I feel like you need something really creative. Like, can you... You guys tell me, can you be blue-yellow and actually have access to, like, Bean and stuff and be Sin Shenron so you can, like, swarm and play Celzino on 3?
I mean, I feel like the issue with that is, because the combo for the big dude, because he requires access to a lot of energy, especially early on. Like, when do you decide to tap out? I mean, do you go turn one? I mean, a lot of people turn one tap out for the ball, but against certain matchups, you just can't do that. Like, if you're playing against Red Brawley, I feel like if you tap out one energy and you're going second, like you're gonna get smacked like hard.
Yeah, that game might be.
I think you guys are neglecting the fact that Sync Shinra in game one it literally counters Red Broly. I think you guys are literally forgetting that
No, it's
aspect.
if you win the dice roll. That's only
Yeah, if you win the dice roll, yeah. Because like I said,
Only if you win the dice roll.
yeah, because then of course you go first, and then your turn two, you're setting up your negates for their guys that come into play. But I mean, like I said, aside from that, if you're going second, like you can't just tap out.
And
You gotta
also,
have the
like
energy
you're.
for flying Nimbus or else you
Again,
die.
I mean,
though,
Sin
they
Shenron's
have
also
no
not
movement.
killing you unless you're playing poorly. If you're playing Red Brawly, you're just gonna wait. You're gonna chill on your Awaken a little bit, probably till they play the card that locks down your leader, and on that turn you're gonna make sure that you can Awaken so you get your swing in. But you're probably gonna wait till turn 4, and by then you'll be able to play the 6-drop Brawly, take their hand, and win the game. Like you obviously have to swap slower, but you're still gonna get to drop the 6-drop eventually. So it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, I think
Let's see what other questions we got.
I think the more relevant, I would say, deck that's coming into the meta. Once again, not the greatest Red Broly matchup, but it can at least do something proactive. Is King Piccolo. I think that deck is
King Piccolo
highly underplayed and underestimated. That deck is extremely good with the TPs.
Yeah, I mean, the
Like,
TPs right now are
really good.
$13, $14, and watch by the end of this call, you're going to make them sold out.
I would hope so because the card is insane. Once the Unison is out in that deck, I mean,
It's true.
you have Wolfang Fist, Yamcha for free. You have that guy for free. I mean, you pretty much just stop their turn. Just like there's nothing you can do. My turn again. I'm playing 2 free bodies a turn. I'm applying significant pressure. Very hard for you to ever kill me. I don't know why.
let alone that
It's kind of the same problem that we
Piccolo
just talked
can-
about, though. Like if you lose the dice roll against Red Brawly, it is quite hard. Or even Mecha, like there's a lot of decks where you're sitting there like, okay, if you lose the dice roll, I don't feel like Piccolo's as good. I feel like it's a great if you win the dice roll.
I don't think it matters too much. They still wake in turn 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
one of those
King
decks where
Piccolo is
actually
able
losing
to
dice
just
roll doesn't
combo
really
for
matter.
free.
Okay.
Your Mecha matchup is actually very good. Probably favorite, actually.
The decks that I'm thinking about taking to Miami are, don't laugh, I'm gonna say the joke ones first, which they're not really jokes. I'm really thinking about it. Is Reboot Hit, Baby. Baby is actually fire. Launch, and then Frieza. I went in order. Frieza is most likely what I'm gonna take, but yeah, Launch is also a very high possibility just because I love burning people. Like literally, like if they have 3 life, you can just burn them, and then it's a double strike. That's just so dumb.
Yeah, that Piccolo just say your opponent being at 3 life. That Piccolo is stupid.
Bro, you have to just run 3 or 4. You got to run 4. I don't know, man. It's so stupid.
I'm
like,
fully
literally.
expecting exactly what he's talking about because of how good it is, and every good player sees how good it is. I'm fully expecting it to be the fairies of the format, where someone's going to have a Merfolk deck, and it's just going to beat the crap out of Launch. Like, someone's going to bring some deck that's not that good, like Reboot Hit. Like, we'll say that one. Reboot Hit's really good versus Launch. That's a great deck to bring against it. With the Janemba package, Red-Blue Reboot Hit, it plays a bunch of cards for free, and it just gets free value. So, like, that just beats the crap out of Launch. And I could see a lot of people bringing something like that just to be like, hey, I think there's going to be every round I'm going to play against Launch. Let's just play this anti-Launch deck, and then you'll just get top 8.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
I think another resurgence that we'll see is Vijayx.
Every team taps.
Pilot hand. That deck is still extremely, extremely good. I don't think that you play it how Anthony played it, though. I do definitely think you put the
Bro,
other super combo.
It's not on. You're good.
He won the whole event. It was like 28 people there.
I know, but I mean, Bibbidi, I love the boy, but he's just not as good as the other one. Just gonna say that, especially when you're on defense.
That guy snapped. I ain't gonna lie. I forgot. He made the Bibbidi super combo. I said, what? I think he just, what I'm saying? He was banned for a minute. I just think literally forgot. He didn't know Bibbidi got errated, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. When I saw the deck list, I'm like, hey, this thing looks familiar. And I looked at it. I'm like, wait a second now. This thing got the Bibbidi?
Bro, you got
hit me. I'm like, oh.
The Bibbidi is a guaranteed 15K. If you use the Vegeta combo, what if you draw 2 unisons?
How you gonna draw 2 unisons, B?
Yo, you'd be super unlucky, bro. Like, that would be the worst luck.
No, Fix. Tell him about my luck, Fix. Literally, tell him about my luck. Fix, I told you to do that play. Bro, you had 8 cards that Fix, you're gonna draw the unison. Fix, what did you draw? Like, with Jax, bro, yes, you can say it's luck, but, like, once you build, I don't know, man. It's just natural. When I play with Jax, I always do it with Jax. If I need something, I'm like, it's gonna be the next card, and it's usually the next card.
Yeah, we got Yami Yugi over here.
It literally just flows like that, bro.
This man said next card
We're
is
gonna
what?
get him a nice golden pyramid necklace for the next event.
Millennium Puzzle. We're gonna get you a Millennium Puzzle. With the FOE symbol on it.
Oh, that sounds expensive. We'll just paint it on.
Is am I lying? You're playtesting Marquis, and I'm like, Figs, listen to me, bro. You're gonna win this turn. I said, I said, do this shit. Save your unison because you're gonna draw unison next turn. Figs looked at me like I was crazy, bro. He's like, there's no way.
I was just trying to play, bro. Like,
listen,
you was wild. That unison,
y'all already know where he messed up. He messed up when he said he was playing Marquis, and I said he was gonna win. Come on now, y'all know that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, I did win that game. What are you talking about? Actually, I beat you 2 games in a row.
I remember.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I beat you 1 game, then the next game you disappeared.
All right, let's get back to answering these questions real quick because our time is almost up.
We got some. Let's see. To join the team.
Guys, got some last. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of changes come March, so hang tight. Dan, this guy does not like Marquis. My God, what did you do to this guy, Marquis?
What did he say?
No, what did he say?
My God, I ain't gonna repeat it, bro, because we gotta keep this stream PG. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I gotta check it out myself.
I can't even see it.
What do you all think about that red blue Beerus from 1K? Oh, that was a cool list.
You talking about Brian Samuels?
Brian Samuel.
Tricolor list.
I'll admit, because I played against him in Swiss. I'll definitely admit, like that was so annoying to play against, because it was literally a matchup where like, no, I'm not. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay, so when I played against it, it was literally ridiculous. So like, this man literally just kept passing turn with open energy, and I'm playing Mecha Frieza, so like I couldn't do anything. And of course, he's playing the Beerus super combo with Cooler and Majin. So like, it was literally 120% a reactive deck that literally the only thing he pays energy for during his turn was just to draw. So he was using the draw ape, or he would literally I think he played a unison. I'm not sure, but he never played a unison against me when we played. But yeah, like literally, I just couldn't do anything. It was literally just a matter of him just charge, leader, draw, swing lead, pass.
I'll be honest, and then, I feel like all those things are the future. Like, if you got the clever way of making Mecha Frieza blue, green, yellow, after taking the Lord Slug idea and making it even more.
Shit, that's a lot of colors.
Yeah, I mean, that's tricolor. Like, I think tricolor is the future of the game for a while, because now you have the ability to abuse, like, any deck that can abuse resources. You can do all these tricks yourself. Like, you can play put a Dispo in the drop, get a Basil, pass the turn. Like, these plays don't seem that amazing, but you're just getting free value. I think Tricolor, you're going to see a lot more decks now that we've shown you can do it. I mean, blue is just too good, but blue is not good enough to play by itself. Like, you really need to consider it and just throw it in a deck. Go to your Friday Night Magic or Friday Night Dragon Ball or play in a webcam event. We got one this Sunday for PPG. I don't think it's been canceled. Your marriage might be if you show up.
I'm not gonna lie. If you need your invite, join that event on Sunday. There'll probably be 50 players max. Probably 30 out of those 50 players already have their invite. So if you show up to Miami and you don't have your invite, but you can sign up. I'm not gonna say anything. But then when we start checking the list and you're not there, because we're gonna have LCQs at Miami, so you start trying to check in and you don't have your invite, you just lost $40. Like, no lie to you, babe. But I'll tell you right now, join Sunday's event. You will get your invite, bro. Like right now, I think there's 30 players signed up, and out of the 30 players, over half of them have their invite already. And to go back on Surge Crew, yes, even though it got errated, that's one of the leaders I always thought to myself was still playable. And if you wanted to see a deck list, I'd go back to Andrew's the first tricolor Surge Crew. The only difference is you can't use it on your opponent's turn, but the deck is still wild. It's literally still.
The problem is if you start doing too much reactive stuff, the meta would just shift to people playing Koitsukai or playing just something to stop you.
Oof. Yeah, I forgot about that
no
card.
Koitsukai. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Right now with no Koitsukai, I could 100% see Surge Crew in the actual top.
That was the first thing where Surge Crew started to go downhill.
Yeah,
was when
you're right,
Koitsukai was printed.
Yeah, because of the apes and the coolers.
Yeah, let's stop talking about that card. Let's everyone forget what would just happen the last 3 minutes in this chat. We're just gonna.
This man said, all he heard was launches in jeopardy.
We're gonna pause that. We're gonna say thank you. We're gonna delete that. And Legends, tell us a story about something else.
Tell us a story about something.
I feel like everybody forgot about Koichkai.
Everyone they dropped it like it's.
Bro, Eddie put Koichkai like on the map with playing 4 of, and then now it's never seen.
If someone doesn't play Koitsukai, you could just play like Blue Red Soul Striker and just be like, I'm gonna topo you
100%.
every turn of the game.
It's literally how I beat Jonathan. You remember how I beat Jonathan, bro?
Imagine playing that matchup
in one turn, and he still topoed me, man. I was like, ooh, you lost.
Imagine you played that matchup with no Koitsukais in your sideboard.
I'd have lost. Yeah, I'd have lost.
Could never win.
I literally lost. It'd have been like, okay, I can't do nothing your turn. And when I can do something, you just cooler it. And I'm like, okay,
that's why like
you still
King Piccolo now. I just put like any red deck I'm playing now. I'm just playing topos in the main. Show me an answer.
No one's playing Koitsukai. Like nobody's playing Koitsukai. The only deck that officially played it was Reject.
Good luck.
Exactly. The only deck who plays is Rejects. But then if you're a really good Rejects player, you understand that you just have to take the L on that because no one's playing those arrival cards anymore, and the Goku's infinite times better because it gives you more value versus multiple decks such as Frieza. I don't know, man. It's a rough scenario. But with that being said, now if I do play Projects, I'm probably gonna have to end up putting that back in because people are like, you know what, these are alright. No one's playing Koitsukai. And then that's when you gotta hit him with the gotcha ass 4 Koitsukais. Tap. Swing for game.
Now, Koitsukai is actually really relevant. Doesn't it still hit the SCR if you play the Kai during that time?
No.
20k or less, right?
It's 20k or less.
20k or less.
I didn't know if it was 20k or less.
It's all the nutsack packages and Turos.
Nutsack.
It's every single deck, every single card in my deck. So let's just pause
That's
that.
12 period.
I would play that card. I mean, it hits Mecha.
Well, yeah,
they're going
and
to
it
Bergamo
hits-
you. They're going
It does hit Bergamo, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It hits
Poutine. Hits King
It hits
Piccolo.
Bergamo,
Remember
Poutine.
those 4 spots we had open? We just found
Raiders
out.
Warcry, yeah.
Let's TCG it now.
This man Robbie said about the baby.
I'm dead.
The big in order.
How much point is?
The biggest plus about Koitsukai is like I ain't gonna lie. When I used to play with Jax, there's only one neg part. There's only one neg part about playing Koitsukai, and it's playing against blue. Because if you know the Trunks is coming, and you're like, "Ooh, I'm about to catch him," and you use multiple, and then just baby hatch you, then it's like, "Yeah, you got me on that one, B." But without baby hatch, you can literally Koitsukai anyone and just force them to lose the game right then and there because they have to negate it, or they're gonna lose regardless, or they just burn their hand. You kill them next turn, so. The card is 100% amazing. It's just
seeing Robbie on his phone got me checking to see if I still have my Koitsukais.
Man, there's 20 bucks still. Legends,
It's
I'm gonna borrow yours if you got them extra.
Yep. This man.
Man,
There's
$20
always
for
20
one event. Man.
Bro, I still have my 4.
I think it's a really good card, but I don't know if I'm gonna spend $20 on it. I gotta borrow something.
oh my god, it is 20. I thought you were trolling, dude.
This
Yeah,
man.
I thought it was like
Marquis,
$8.
I don't think you've ever not borrowed about your whole deck.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Oh my god!
I don't even
Anybody
think
could have
about it.
seen Marquis run around in that Miami event trying to finish his mecha list.
Man,
I made it.
He's a smart man.
He did.
That's a smart
Insane.
call. If you're here to play the game, you don't care about collecting. I mean, with the way the power creep works, what's the popular decks before this set? What do we have? That was really good. I don't even remember. Like, what was the?
Yeah, I don't even remember.
Before this set, it was
just
Red
Vegeks,
Broly,
Broly, and
Vegeks.
Goten.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's it.
I feel bad for everyone with their Vegeks
And Gotenks.
deck, and you know what I mean. Like the power
Vegeta.
creep is so like I know it's still somewhat relevant, but it's how many sets do we have?
Nah,
you know?
Vegexel can still take a tournament. Not just make top cut. I'm talking about can easily take a tournament. B. The deck is powerful, bro. You guys are asleep. I just wish I had some
Bro,
cards,
I know. Anthony just won one.
Second, Scott Dash.
That 28-man tournament, dog.
Hey,
Bro, it doesn't matter.
still
how
counts.
many
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter how many people.
he's got a buy now, right?
I love
Is that
Guys,
how it
guys,
works?
guys.
Does he have a buy?
Has won by Scott Dashi won that. Scott Dashi finished in first place. Anthony Hernandez
Oh,
finished
did he?
second place. Scott
Oh.
Dashi has a 2-round bye.
No.
Ant has a 1-round bye.
We should stop talking about Dashi. He made my deck relevant.
Let me
Huh?
see.
Oh, because he played baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see,
Are you really going
with
to
that being alone,
take
I
baby?
think
You
I
really
don't know
going to
yet.
take baby?
I don't know. I have
hate
no idea.
Butters. That's the thing. You don't win first in Swiss. You can finish first seed in Swiss, but a lot of times first seed gets eliminated in top 16. I.e., I'm not going to say names, but look at the last Miami event. Technically, he was technically the only undefeated and ended first in Swiss and then lost to seed 16. So seeding doesn't really matter. The only thing seeding does is give you a statistically better chance to make it to the finals and wins because you're playing technically the weaker opponents. That's all seeding does. At the end of the day, 16 seed can win. It doesn't matter how you get there. You know what I'm saying?
It happened to Johnson
Marcel,
at game.
yeah. Because if you look at Marcel, like if the event was actually top 8, Marcel wouldn't. Half the guys who made top 16 was upset city. I'm not gonna lie. The guys who did, I gotta go back to this event. I think there's like 3 people only that survived their top 16 for me. Upset. It was Legends, it was myself, and I think Jason Scott. Everyone in top 16 that was a higher seed all lost. We're like, what? Daehan lost. Freaking Joey, everyone who was the highest seed lost. It made no sense to me. It was literally Cinderella City that event.
Cinderella City.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Well, it's a
You're
it's a
sitting there-
matchups format. You know,
I was sitting
if
there
you don't have
looking
the
like,
right matchup, sometimes against a decent player, you're gonna lose.
yeah, but to me, it was just funny because I'm like, you know what? I want to thank everyone for coming out. So let me extend a top cut to top 16, but I felt like I screwed the entire top 8. I'm telling you, there was only the 3 of us that survived that top. It made no sense whatsoever, boy. But yeah, it was what it is.
Hey, when you give people a chance, they'll show up.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm like saying. It doesn't matter. The point of that story was to show you it doesn't matter what seed you finish in. As long as you get there, you get there. Because literally, it doesn't matter if you're first seed or second seed. If you lose that match, you're out. It's win or go home at that time and point. So, but yeah, he was first seed. But then the final results, I have it. It is Scott Dashi with a 2-round bye, Anthony Hernandez with a 1-round bye for second, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, I think we answered all the questions. So we'll start off any closing comments. If you guys have any last-minute questions, I'll go last, and I'll address your questions. Yeah, so we'll start with the closing comments, starting from, I guess, how we're looking at it's Robbie, Andrew, Figs, Legends, Nick, and then Marquis. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm
if you guys
lucky.
are playing this Sunday, I'll be in the event, so it'll be fun. See you guys then. I'll be bringing Tricolor Launch with the upgrades I showed you. I don't think there's anything spicy to add. I think it's got enough already.
And Robbie already has an invite. You see, I'm talking about guys like Sunday. If you don't have your invite, it's the time to get your invite. Go ahead,
What do
Andrew.
you win? What do you get?
I probably won't be playing in it because I don't really have anything fun that I wanted to play. I wanted to play Lord Slug, but I don't have all the cards for it.
You lied to me. You're supposed to play Slug. I was supposed
I
to
know,
play.
but I don't have all the cards.
Jets.
I'm missing Kakunsa's the Force.
But you
Don't
live
you
in
have like
Miami, bro.
$6,000
Go
of
to
PPG
PPG.
store credit?
Yeah,
Hey,
but it hurts that PPG doesn't have the card.
It does. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, which, yeah. But so, yeah, I wanted to play Lord Slug. I was going to play the Gogeta Xeno after that. Which
Play that, and
is
I'll
what you
play
were gonna
Vegeta.
but you need the promos. And I pulled 2 of the Kai promos. I
You don't need the Kai. You don't need the Kai.
Huh?
Yeah, you
I
need
need
4
four,
times.
so I'm probably just gonna sell them
lie.
for cash while they're still like expensive. So there's not really anything fun that I wanted to play. I
Bro,
guess I could
like
play some
every
Shenron,
TP
but
is expensive from this one.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Well, it's just
rumor
because of
has
COVID.
it that
Not many
there's going to be
locals.
another TP in March, so there's only going to have one more distribution of this TP, and then for regionals, allegedly we're getting the next TP. So if that's true,
You should
this will
play
be short print.
Shroom. Hey, anybody got
All
a
this
good
knowledge
Shroom
shouldn't
list?
be
I
out.
want to play Shroom so bad.
Going
He looks
on.
sweet.
Nah, deck's bad.
Yeah, I know,
try.
but he looks
Yeah,
sweet.
you
The character
better
looks
off
sweet.
smoking some shroom, bro. Nah, B. All right, so Figs, go ahead. Closing comments, B.
I'll be playing in the event this Sunday. So I'll definitely be playing.
Why?
I'm not sure what I'll be playing.
Figs has his invite.
Just to keep playing, you know.
Figs has his invite. There we
Nah, I
go.
mean, yeah,
It's another player who has his invite. I'm telling you guys, like people who are playing Sunday, you have to win. I ain't gonna lie. Sunday, you probably have to win 2 rounds and you get your invite. 2 rounds out of the entire event. That's how much people have their invite. It'll get passed down to you. I'm not even trolling. Like it sounds funny, but I'm dead serious.
How much is it?
all right,
How much
that's
is it?
it.
Oh, hold on. Also go check out our Team FOE YouTube page. My Macrofreezer list is up from the Super Player 1K.
Yeah, yes, it is. It is. Yes, sir.
How much is it?
It's only $10. Get your boy to play in it, bro. He wins 2 games and he's in, bro. Like
he is. He is.
all right, let me not advertise that. All right, disclaimer. If you win 2 games, and you don't make it in. It's not guaranteed. But that was an example because he want to say, "Hey, I won 2 games. I want my invite." I already thought it was gonna come. I'm going to leave a disclaimer in the comment section as well. If you win 2 games and you don't make it, I'm sorry. That was literally an example. But a lot of people have their invites. So let me clear it. I might even have to cut that part out. I ain't gonna lie. I can already see it coming to backfire me. Eddie, I want my invite. I want my 2 games. But listen to me, guys.
Somebody's gonna have that clip.
That's why I'm laughing so hard because I
bro.
guarantee you someone's gonna have that clip and they're gonna.
Listen. I'm leaving a giant disclaimer, guys. You cannot be in a top 16. You will get your invite passed on. A lot of players are playing. I might play in it, and I have my invite. A lot of players already have their invite. So, all right. So, Legend, your turn, my friend.
Yeah,
You get
I'll
me finish this top.
Sunday. And I think this is such a great format for people to play
Are
like
playing
whenever they
Sunday?
want to play. Yeah, I am.
See, Legends has his invite. 3 out of 3 players that are playing have their invite already. You see what I'm saying?
And
Hey, if we already did our video, do we get $10 for it?
This is your video for. I have everyone's credit. I updated it finally.
All right, cool. Because I want to use my $10. I compete this weekend. I play some spices.
Marquis has his invite if he's actually competing. He has his invite. So
at
you
any rate,
skip Nick though. Go
I was
ahead,
gonna
go ahead,
say-
Nick. Get your closing. Oh my bad. Go ahead. I just finished.
I was gonna say I just urge people to play like what you want to play this format. Like I know Red Broly is a really good check, but I do think Red Broly is like running scared right now. So it's a good time to like
Oh, it definitely
use
is.
these webcam events to like test what you can play and what you can do. And this is a great time to enjoy the game. So
Please play Red Broly because Legends is playing Invoker.
I don't think that guy
Legends
plays
cool.
Invoker. I don't think that's his thing.
I'm telling you, he is going to play Invoker. He just made. Look how quiet he was. This the guy you gotta watch out for. He didn't. He just made.
You're gonna say that, and then whoever's gonna play him round one is gonna face Trunks.
I'm dead. Go ahead, Nick. Closing comments.
Legends actually kind of took what I was gonna say. If you're wanting to try out like a new deck idea, you should probably do it now because by the time that any other set comes around, people are going to be testing the new set, and you're going to want to be trying to make any other deck, and you're going to be like, well, can I beat that deck? And then Red Broly is going to come at you, and then you're going to be like, well, I didn't practice for this matchup because you're worried about everything else in the meta. I'm probably one of the only people in FOE not playing in the webcam Sunday because I got to work.
Free advice though.
And he works
for,
at Disney World. He's amazing, man.
Next set,
Let's clap.
definitely make sure you have your Hachiyak SCR. Don't be sleeping on that.
Yeah.
It's down to $150. Better get one.
What's a
What'd you say,
Hachiyak
Mark?
here?
I remember that thing was 80.
It's the blue
the
one?
one that says you can't attack anymore.
Time lock.
Oh yeah.
All right, Marquis, go ahead, bro.
My turn. My turn again.
Our
The
turn.
Marquis.
And of course, his
That
mic
card
sees
is so
up.
busted. I actually like if Blues becomes good. Like I'm just gonna. That card's gonna. That card might get banned.
Honestly, listen, I'm super stoked about
If
this
Blue
Android
gets good
18,
again,
Android 21 with the unison. Oh,
Just hey,
I'm gonna put
Yo,
it out there. That card's
baby.
going
and
to get
that
banned.
4-drop Android 18, that's a 1-cost counterplay. Spicy,
Yo, all
bro. I'm
like
ready for it. My body is ready for Blue again.
I'm ready to abuse like counterplays with baby. I really hope there's some generic stuff that's gonna come out.
Yo, by the way, Marquis, you gotta back out and come back in, dog, because your mic seized up.
All right, Marquise. You're not saying anything. So I'm gonna catch up on comments and see what's going on, and
So
I'm gonna end it with
someone asked
mine.
about the how to get into players.
Yo, dude. Marquis,
Next
they had
what?
a closing comment in like 20 videos.
Someone asked about the player
else
initiative.
goes- The player initiative. I would tell you guys. I think it's Nick for you guys because I think it's ending in March. Oh, come invitation. So you'd have. I mean, you'd have a month left, but yeah.
You'd have to.
Invitation
I'm
is
the
kind
only
of
person
over.
really in the chat doing that.
It's right now. We have Nick. We have a couple. It's Nick. Hoffman. We have a bunch of them. A couple. Actually, a handful, honestly. But, yeah. If you want to join, you can feel welcome to. But it's ending in March. So you probably
Eddie's
have.
tired of me bugging him for a contract.
Oh, no, not that, because that's just how it was for everything is reset every culminating event. So it's no March it ends, but if you want to join, I mean, you can feel free to join. What else do we have in here? We don't get TPs and he said no. Good point. Delay on set. Yeah. Go at hat check to show you still have. Yeah, if you're talking the black hat check, I think what's his name? Nick was just talking about that. We're like, yeah, the hat check is a deck. People just want to play it. It's still a deck to me. I don't know why, but I think with hat check, when it was really, really going through problems, was when red was really relevant. You have to deal with it was search format, right? Because you have to deal with things where people are dropping the 3-drop Vegeta, the 5-drop Vegeta that comes in for 3, it makes everything 20. Your board was just destroyed. You got search Piccolo to deal with the Vegeta to Cruise. Your board was constantly getting destroyed. But all that has filtered itself out in hatches by himself. I think I saw Hatchak in it might have been in the finals in Team Wars, but then he lost to our team. I think it was Abno who was playing it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, Hatchak.
Abno played against me with baby, and I was like, "This is gonna be a
That's what it
horrible
is.
match."
Hatchak is still solid. Damn, Butter, you snap. I mean, I said, is PBG selling down tokens?
I honestly,
and on that note,
if you plan on playing
Yeah, man,
match,
snap.
I would say
Don't do it because Unison screw you, and everybody playing Mecha is going to screw you because they get dual attack, double
was
strike.
not as good as
with
he
a
thinks
Unison.
it's going to be.
You're
But I
done,
think
done.
that the Power Ranger engine, when you swing with it, is going to deal with a lot that Hatch has problems with.
Nah, you're dead. I'm telling you. And then Black Unisons come out for 1. It's over, man. You're dead. Don't do it.
yeah, Hatchak is busted. No one plays it. So I think I caught up on all the comments. We have Dr. Euro is Dr. No, and PPG. That man he said I want to pick up a couple of Donald tokens. I'm not gonna promote shenanigans, but it was funny. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Join us Wednesday for our next episode. Yeah, sorry, been kind of keeping this shorter than it usually goes. Where it's just really meant to be like 30 to 45 minutes. And yeah, that's it. I don't see any more questions. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time on Wednesday. Deuces. Robbie, don't forget to save this. Please save it.
How do you?
Because if it's not saved,
How do you save it? Hold on.
uploaded.
Before I do anything.
Just hang up. Hit the red button. Just hit the red button.
Figs, talk to him, Figs. Talk to
Wait,
him.
are you using OBS?
Yeah.
Do you have it set to stream and record at the same time?
No.
Oh, then it was not recorded.
Fuck my life. This guy Robbie just fucked all of you guys off 10 off your credit, B. Thank you, Robbie. I'm out.
I'm out. Y'all have a good night.
Nah, that
shit
doesn't
still
work
get-
like that. We still did it. You snapped.
Yeah, I asked
Son of
any
a-
buttons to
things-
click. You didn't tell me. Team leader.
Napped.
Yeah, you gotta do both. You gotta start record and start stream at the same. You can have it setting set up so that it does it at the same time.
Good news, guys. We got a recording. It's got 4 seconds of content. Make sure to say your final seconds. All right, have a good day. Peace.
Yo, I'm dead.
Damn.
It said 4 seconds.
Eddie just paid out 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 bucks for 4 seconds.
Ooh, that's a good deal. That could be a really good 4 seconds.
You know damn well we ain't getting that.
He
Bye, guys.
a prostitute.
Man, I need a
Peace
good
out, Robbie.
webcam. That is rough.
That was wild.